Hey, Get in the Groove Challenge, week 2, workout C, core and cardio. So you can do core first, cardio later, cardio first, core later. You can break it up in session in the morning, session in the evening, whatever works for you. But the cardio portion is intervals. So remember that last week you did 2 minutes easy, 1 minute hard, and that could be on any cardio machine or outside on a run or a walk or a jog or a bicycle ride or something like that. This week is going to be 1 minute easy, 1 minute hard for a total of 30 minutes. Now, what I would suggest is 5 minutes of an easy warm up and then start alternating, and then maybe finish 5 minutes with a cool down also. So you'd really get about 20 minutes of the intervals in there, something like that. Okay, 20 minutes minimum. If you want to go longer than that, that is completely up to you. So that's what the cardio portion of the workout is. And the core portion, we are going to continue trying to build our wonderful, most perfect bicycle crunches. So let's go over first what was going on last week, just so that if you need to stay with the level 1 of these exercises, you can. So last week we worked on the strict crunch, where those hands are behind the head and you keep the elbows back and you lift your head and shoulders, so your torso's coming up off the ground as high as it possibly can, and then you slowly just lower back down. So you can feel that that's engaging way more of your abdominal than the crunch where it looks like this, when people are just pulling their chin toward their chest and bringing their elbows in and bringing it back. That's really more of a neck workout. There's not a whole lot of core going on there. Again, from last week, you can keep those feet on, you could keep those feet on the ground, or you could lift your feet up and have them in a 90-degree angle. You can also do all of this from a chair. So as you see how I'm lying on the ground here, right? I'm just in a chair position. It's like my chair is tipped over. So you could just sit in a chair and do these things the same way. You just don't have gravity working against you. So if you need to stay on last week's exercises, that is fine. This week, what we will do is, instead of a strict crunch, you're going to go with an oblique crunch. So I will take, for instance, my left elbow to touch the inside of my right knee, and my right elbow is going to stay on the ground. Then I will come back, and then the other side, right elbow to the inside of the left knee, and back. And all of those nice and slow and controlled. Yeah, you'll feel it. You might want to pull your knees a little closer to you so that you can attempt to touch them with your elbow, but you may not be able to touch. It's okay, just try it. Try to cross midline if possible. So that will be the upper crunch, the alternating oblique crunch portion. And then our dead bug this week. So last week we did the dead bug with our head and shoulders down on the ground, extending slowly, one leg at a time. This week, your option is to do that dead bug, but to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Lift that torso up as high as possible. Hold that upper crunch while you are extending and doing the dead bug. Now, if you get tired, you can just put that head back on the ground for those. Between each set, we will flip over and do what I am calling a recovery 30-second plank. Sound good? All right. Let's start with those alternating oblique crunches. If you need to, you can leave your feet on the ground and just come up towards. But if you can, feet off the ground, knees toward you, hands behind the head. We are doing 20 alternating oblique crunches, slow and controlled. Try to stay with me, all right? Inhale, exhale, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Flip it over. Start on your knees. Bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Remember, you can stay on your knees if that works best for you. Here in 3 seconds, we're going to pop up on our toes. Ready? Lift. Now you want your hips and your shoulders even. Pulling that belly button back towards the spine. Shoulders back and down. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees down. Flip it back over. It's really hard to do a plank when you're trying so hard to do it correctly, huh? Okay, dead bugs. Hands behind the head. Either keep your torso and head on the floor or come into that strict crunch and keep it held up. Now I did have a question. Come back down. Let me address this question first. Did have a question last week about someone saying that they could always feel the upper abs and that they engage them, but they had a little harder time with the lower abs. For women specifically, it is very hard for us to engage those lower abdominal muscles. Sometimes it takes getting some firmness, building some strength there before you can actually feel it. But what I'm going to suggest that you do is engage, pull that belly button back to the spine and really feel the part from your belly button down to the pubic bone. Feel that firm up, tighten it up as much as you can, and concentrate on holding that the entire time that you are working those lower abdominal muscles, okay? So lift the head and shoulders up, engage that core, ready, and extend. 1, you gotta stay with me. I'm gonna go slow and controlled, you know I will. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Flip it over. Recovery plank. You can stay on your knees if you need to. We're going to lift up in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Slide those shoulder blades down. Hips and shoulders even. That's halfway. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release. Good job. Round 1. Done. Going to round 2. Feet up or heels on the floor. Hands behind the head. Pull those knees back toward you a little bit, but you've still got that tailbone on the floor. Alternating oblique crunches. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Plank. Gonna go in 3 seconds. 2 and 1. Imagine that you are pulling your elbows toward your hip bones. Ooh, yeah, that engages. All right, we've got 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Flip it back over. Don't you love core day? Of course we do. All right, dead bugs, the lower abdominal portion. Okay, before we start extending, pull that belly button back to the spine, firm up those lower abdominals. Lift the head and shoulders up if you can. Keep those elbows back. Ready, and extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Flip it over. Another plank. Now to go in 5 seconds. Ready, and pull those elbows back toward the hip bones so you'll kind of feel a little slight tucking, right? Got those core muscles engaged. Ten seconds left. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. 2 rounds down. Only 1 round to go. Back to those alternating oblique crunches. Hey, you may start to feel this one. Both of these. All right, hands behind the head. Bring those knees in. If your hip flexors are really bothering you, you can keep your heels on the floor. Inhale, exhale, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank. I'm going to go in 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. All right, 15 seconds done. We're halfway there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Okay, all we have left. 1 set of dead bugs, 1 plank. So close to the finish line. All right, hands behind the head. Lift and hold an upper crunch, or keep it down on the ground. It's up to you. Engage those lower abdominal muscles. Tighten them, firm them up as much as you can. Ready and extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I really think we're going to feel this tomorrow and maybe the next day and possibly the next. All right, going to go last plank in 2 seconds. Ready and hold. Pull those elbows toward the hip bones toward the elbows. Engage those core muscles. Halfway. 10 seconds. Ready and stop. Good job, friends. All right, lie onto your back. You know, stretch out those abdominals a little bit. Take those arms overhead. Reach through the toes. Now let's reach the right arm and the left foot. Reach through. You're stretching out on a diagonal. Nice. Now switch. Left hand and right foot reaches a little bit longer. Nice. Both arms, both legs. Reach out, stretch out the torso as long as possible. Good. Hug those knees in toward the chest. Lift the head and shoulders. Hold and squeeze. Tight little ball, releasing any stress we might have in our lower back from those planks. Take a deep inhale, exhale, and release. All right, we are done with that. Remember what the cardio instructions are for the second part of this workout. Cardio intervals, 30 minutes, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, any cardio machine or outdoors if you are able. Good job. See you next time.